What up, this is DJ Kibble, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about my lore, finally. So, it all started with... Okay, so, now I didn't even plan for this whole thing to be connected, but lo and behold, here we are. So, it began in 2013, where a little girl named Hannah found out about Undertale by one of her friends. And so she downloads this demo thing, and turns out it turns out Sans is there, and Sans is like the only character she remembered. And so she downloads the demo, and then the 2013 demo happens, where Sans has like one eye and he's like unfinished, and then he starts bleeding, and then the whole him coming into real life and hurting her in real life type stuff happens, and she wakes up in the hospital 2 weeks later, and then the damage is pretty severe, and then a couple years later she gets the actual Undertale game, and then she encounters the glitch, which happened with Sans and Papyrus, where they got realistic eyes, which the song was "The Disease It Spreads," which, so yeah, and so you can kind of see. Okay, so Sans' right eye was the realistic one. And in the Undertale 2013 demo, Sans' left eye was the only one that he had. And so, you can kind of start to see a little tiny parallel that I've been drawing. And so in 2016, she plays Undertale again, and she encounters Sans, but the world is corrupted and all grayscaled, and he isn't Sans. Like, he looks like Sans, but he doesn't act like Sans normally would. And he's all gray. His eyes, okay, if you know the not Sans lore like I do, phase 1, his eyes are little white gray, did I say white gray? Little light gray dots. And then he loses his eyes and his teeth, and I believe his nose as well. I don't remember if he lost his nose as well in phase 2, but I'm pretty sure that he loses his nose as well in phase 2. And so it's just this big gaping open mouth for not Sans. And then in phases 3 and 4, his eye, okay, so phase 3, he gets big, and his left eye has like a red pixel in it. And in phase 4, his left eye gets filled with blood. And so you can see there's a little thing that I've been doing with facial features. So after all these years, after like, by now it would be, okay, so, but back then that would be like a 3 years of her having to deal with these weird Undertale Sans oddities, anomalies, thingies. And then 3 years later after that, in 2019, she gets Undertale again, and she plays Undertale again, but then once, like at the very first route, okay, so Undertale's like glitchy, and then Sans is there, and then he ends up chasing her, and the world in that is also corrupted, but it's like literally just, I don't remember if I made it. I don't remember if I typed black outlines in a white void or white outlines in a black void, but it was one of those two, where it was just black and white, and it was just all outlined stuff. It wasn't like actually like colored. It was just the outlines of everything. And so when she gets to the Judgment Hall, Sans fights her, and the flavor text, Sans is gonna kill you. So that's the 4th pasta that is in chronological order. And then 2025, which, yeah, this is supposed to be kind of like an alternate universe or something. Okay, so by now I think I would be in a story And then, so in 2025, Faker himself finally gets revealed. And if you've been paying attention, which I don't think any of you guys have, so Faker looks like, and I did this on purpose. Okay, so his left eye is bleeding like Undertale 2013 demo Sans. His right eye is realistic like Tidus Sans. His mouth is open like Not Sans' second phase. He has a transparent soul like Sans is gonna kill you Sans. And he's broken through the screen in the cover art that I made. So yeah, it's all connected, and it's all like this one big story. And even, okay, in the pasta for Sans is gonna kill you, which is like which is like the last last pasta that wasn't right before Faker gets shows up, finally reveals himself. I literally added Not Sans and 2013 demo Sans references. Now even, okay, I wasn't originally, okay, so in terms of me actually making this, I did not think that I would have made this. Because I started with Not Sans as like a little fun Halloween project when I made Not a Megalovania. And then I made 2 more phases for that, and then I made let's see, and then I made 2013 demo, which blew the heck up. And ironically, I did that so that I wouldn't become the Not Sans guy, and then I want to become the Not Sans guy now because that blew up too much, quote unquote. And then I made Sans is Gonna Kill You to balance those out, and then I made, which that didn't blow up at all, I don't think. And then I made the Disease That Spreads because I actually started to connect the dots, and now it's just I've fully finished the lore. And so yeah, and ironically, the only song that has ever been remixed, the only one of my songs from any of my songs ever that has been remixed actually was Megalovania 2013 demo. Come on guys, I have a whole lot of other songs that are better than that one. Literally, that song isn't even good. And I'm talking about the original version, not the version 2 that I made, or phase 2. I'm talking about the original version that I made, and the one that is the most popular on my YouTube channel. I don't know how that blew up, but it blew up. And you know what? I mean, it's the beginning of the Pasta series, AU, whatever you call this thing, little universe I got going on. But still, I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say here. But in conclusion, yeah, that's my lore explained. If you guys got any extra theories, just to explain a little bit more, in depth more. So Faker is all of these Sanses. He's essentially stalking this player, Hannah, throughout the years, ever since Undertale wasn't a demo. So yeah, it's I'd say this is the most unique Undertale creepypasta anyone's ever made ever. And even without the tied together lore, all my creepypastas unironically go hard as separate pastas, especially Not Sans. I can't stress this enough. The reason I've been pushing, the reason I've put Not Sans Motif in my other in songs that don't even have anything to do with Not Sans, it was because I just liked the melody and the pasta in general so much, because I cooked with that, to be completely honest with you guys. So yeah, alright, that's all I got for now. Yeah, I'm gonna spoil my analog horror series for you guys in a stream next. So that's gonna be fun. Anyways, DJ out.